Grand Rising, Karen. Stop apologising. Don't worry about it. There's chess and there's a game of chess. And this is a dead game of chess, but it's fun. For every move, there's a counter move. It's like yin and yang. This is just prodding, setting the boundaries, prodding, poking the bear with the stick to see where the edge of the bear is. I mean, you want to know where the edge is, don't you? Listen to the album A Thousand Suns. Find I've got it in a playlist, and I've done breakdowns of most of the songs. Blackout is a good one. It's deliberate. When Chester Bennington does that throat singing that sounds like he's screaming, that's the soul talking. Now in the song Blackout it says, all you do is take and take and take, fuck it, are you listening? No. The word no is screamed out. No, you've got to get it inside, but you push it back down, you push it back down. Blackout, blood in your eye. That's what trying to get through to people to wake them up, and that's the frustration coming out. But you'll come to song number 12, which is sung by the whole band. God save us everyone, we're an oppressed people under a loaded gun. It can't be out far, it can't be outrun, it can't be outfoxed, it can't be outdone, or it can't be outmatched, it can't be outrun. But it can be by doing the opposite. Consider when you look in the mirror, what you see in the mirror can't do anything until you make a move. But if you go left, it goes right. It's also very shallow and two-dimensional, although it appears to have a third dimension with depth from what we perceive. Now, contrast, now that's going to flip the linear axis. Now, consider also the shadow. Now that will go left when you go left, it will go right when you go right. It can't do anything until you do something. But it can stretch the vertical axis or it can shorten it. Depending on your proximity to the illumination, which we call the sun, if you face the light, you cast no shadow. Unless you're like Humpty Dumpty and you've got eyes in the back of your head, because that's what Humpty Dumpty is. Unless you've ever seen an egg with a living face on it. Think also the reference to the moon, you only see one face. That nursery rhyme actually gives you the answer as much as a song like Heroes by David Bowie, Brothers in Arms, that's another good one. Oh, they're all coming out of the woodwork now, Karen. People have had group chats with various platforms that I'd completely forgotten about. They'd completely disappeared, they're now reappearing, and I'm sort of one jump ahead of them, and it's like, you got a question you want to ask me? And it's like, how the hell do you know that? The answer is I don't. But what is inside of me knows. I got hit with that tsunami with a spiritual zip file, and I think I said all this already, but it's like a zip file, and it takes time to digest and process. The week ban on uploading is perfect because I've got to digest all that's coming through, like the Humpty Dumpty in the face, what that really means. I didn't think of that. I went out for a walk. Where'd you get the idea that I work flat out 7 days a week from? Good grief. I split the 24 hours into 3, which is the Trinity. So there's resting, and then there's being and doing, and it's getting the balance between the being and the doing. At this present time, there's far more being than doing. I spent a lot of the day yesterday just watching Eldred the Little Lizard. In fact, all I did really was about 45 minutes of watering. So I was really rushed off my feet. But I'm spending a lot of times in tears with songs because, wow, do they hit. I don't know if you noticed in my voice on that, those voicemail recordings I did for you. You may hear from my tone that I'm, a bit like now. I'm struggling to get the words out. Because I can feel the tears welling up. It's just an emotional release. The water's from above, remember? Here's the thing. It's always about checking sources. And it's always about as within, so without. Now the Phoenix phenomenon, the resets, they're not just external. There's an internal version of a Phoenix that happens. What else? There was something else I was going to say on connected to that as well. Feel gratitude when the bad things happen, or what we perceive as bad things, because they're actually good. They actually lead somewhere. They may seem bad at the time, no matter what it is. I've just had somebody tell me that they walked out on their wife and 4 children. I said, well, you get no judgment from me, because if you watch Lana A. Labonte's live stream from last night, you can see how the thing works. It will come through the nearest and dearest. So Lana's making a video. Her dad, who's about 80, comes back in, starts rustling things about, totally oblivious. Although Lana said, "Hi Dad, I'm recording a video," as soon as he's walked in the door. That should have been enough, but now he's fidgeting and fiddling about, wants to put this juicer thing on. And it's fantastic what it reveals, because I put in the live stream, it's just a test. I said, "You're doing brilliant." She didn't lose it. It didn't derail us. He stayed focused on the message he was putting out, and it was the message he was putting out about the financial scam of this world, the medical tyranny and the scam of all that. That's worth watching. Yes, the other thing I was going to say, checking the sources. So let's go right back. What's the first murder? If we go with the story, well, it's Cain murdered his brother Abel. But how many people consider that Abel is an anagram of Baal? Who is the source of that story? What's the narcissist always do? Plays the part of the accuser, or is the accuser, but then plays the victim. So that's the way it is. I was thinking that was actually my second strike, but there's that time interval thing. If you get so many strikes within, I think it's a 90-day period. So, but I don't give a fuck, because I've got a second channel anyway. And let's just say the wheels have been set in motion, and this cannot be stopped. Because it equally applies both sides. It can't be out far. It can't be outrun. It can't be outmatched. It can't be undone. Applies equally, because it's yin and yang in this duality. You can't have a crest without a trough to a wave. You can't have black without white. You cannot have dark without light. The two need each other. In the same way, to wake people up, you need the asleep. See how it all works? It's fucking fantastic. And here is just complete blue sky, not one cloud, and it's probably about 28. I was going to have to go out today, but all of that is resolved, so I haven't got to go out today, because I should be going out tomorrow. So everything just unfolds beautifully. The thing is to do is go to the end and create with imagination the outcome you wish for. If you you want to see yourself in a new house, just say to yourself, how would I feel? Don't put any visualization into what the place looks like. Just hold the feeling and just hold that, and it will become, if that's what you wish to create. And then take active steps. Maybe start packing a few things away if it was that was the thing you wanted. This reality is totally interactive. It will react to that. We're in a trinity. You are the character in the game, you are the operator of the character, and you are also interacting with a computer. The Isaiah is AI, the sacrificial son. But remember, the stories have been taken literally, and because they've been taken literally, they manifest in the physicality. But so many people let the lower conscious kick in. If you listen to an astrology reading, just observe your own thoughts when you're hearing the reading. What the conscious mind will now try and fit what it's hearing, and that must refer to that person, that must refer to this situation. That's the thing to just observe. It is like the Alan Watts series of recordings, being in the way. It's the lower conscious that's playing the part of Hansel that is trying to go out and solve the problem, but it's Gretel that actually solves it. It's the divine feminine, that's where the power really is. But that's been twisted into men have got to be over women, as it were. Because it's been taken literally as a physicality, but it's talking about internally between the creative nurturing side and the artistic side, which is in all of us, as opposed to the divine feminine, the divine masculine, which is meant to be in the role of the protector. So the biblical quote, and because of the way all this permeates, like through the songs and things, our Father, because it's the father principle, the seed, which has to be put in fertile soil. Our Father, well, who? Art in heaven, which is the imagination, which is creation, the opposite of boredom and stagnation. It's actually anticlimactically simple. Good, huh?